It's like having a personal trainer, but for your mind,
Right.
extracting those golden nuggets of motivation to help you power through anything.
Yeah. I'm excited to unpack this.
Right.
We often focus on just the physical side of fitness,
Yeah.
but Iron Mindset really dives deep into the psychology behind achieving your goals.
And one of the things that struck me was how they kept hammering on the importance of just showing up. They even went so far as to say, showing up is half the battle.
Yeah.
Whether you're lifting 500 pounds or walking for 10 minutes.
It's more than just a catchy phrase, though.
Right.
There's real science behind why consistency is so crucial.
Okay.
When you consistently show up, even for a short workout, you're actually wiring your brain for success. It's about building that disciplined, muscle-forming habits
Yeah.
that eventually become automatic.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if I'm not feeling super motivated one day, just putting on my workout clothes and doing a quick 10-minute walk
Absolutely.
is still a win.
You're reinforcing that commitment to yourself, building momentum, and proving to yourself that you're the kind of person who follows through.
I see.
It's those small wins, those seemingly insignificant actions that add up to big results over time.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how this iron mindset goes way beyond just hitting the gym.
Right.
It's about cultivating a mindset that helps you tackle any challenge. Right.
Exactly. Think about it.
Okay.
There are so many areas in life where we struggle with motivation, whether it's work relationships or creative pursuits. But if you can apply that same principle of showing up consistently even when you don't feel like it,
Yeah.
you can start to create incredible change.
So instead of getting bogged down by that feeling of I don't have time for a full workout, I can just focus on doing something, anything to keep the momentum going.
Right. And you know what?
Yeah.
You might even find that once you get started, that initial resistance melts away,
Okay.
and you end up having a much more productive session than you planned.
Oh.
It's amazing how powerful those small steps can be.
Okay, so we've established that showing up is crucial.
Right.
But what about those times when we actually hit the gym and face those tough workouts?
Yeah.
Iron Mindset talked a lot about embracing the struggle.
Yes. They even went so far as to say that's where the real growth happens. And you know what?
Yeah.
They're right.
Oh.
There's a psychological principle called desirable difficulty that explains why challenging ourselves, pushing past our comfort zones, is so beneficial.
Okay.
It forces us to adapt, to become more resilient.
And that resonates so much with what they were saying about the physical side of things too, right?
Yeah.
Like pushing through that last rep, finding a strength you didn't know you had.
Exactly. Think about a time when you were faced with a really tough challenge.
Okay.
Maybe a physical one, maybe a mental one. It could be anything from finishing a marathon to finally tackling that daunting project at work. Didn't you feel this incredible sense of accomplishment?
Totally. It's like you unlock a new level of confidence knowing you can handle more than you thought you could.
Precisely, and that's what Iron Mindset is all about. That grit
Yeah.
that allows you to not only survive challenges, but actually thrive in them. It's about understanding that discomfort is often a sign of growth.
So it's not about avoiding the hard stuff, it's about leaning into it.
Exactly, because it's in those moments of struggle, those moments when you want to give up or push through anyway, that you discover your true potential.
But what about those times when we're working hard and embracing the struggle, but feel like we're not making progress?
Iron Mindset talks a lot about the difference between progress and growth.
Yes, and they really hit the nail on the head when they talked about the dangers of comparing ourselves to those perfectly curated fitness journeys we see on social media.
Right.
It's easy to fall into that trap of thinking we should be seeing massive results or that our journey should look a certain way.
Right, it's like everyone online is hitting PRs every day.
Yeah,
And here I am just trying to make it through a workout without collapsing.
and that's exactly the problem. Iron Mindset reminded us that real progress is rarely linear.
Okay.
It's messy, there are setbacks, plateaus, and days when you just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. What matters is that you keep showing up and focusing on those small wins.
They had some great examples of what those small wins might look like adding 5 pounds to your bench press.
Right?
Or simply choosing the salad over the fries.
Exactly. It's about shifting our focus focus from that grand, often unrealistic end goal to those incremental improvements along the way.
It's those small victories that build momentum and fuel our motivation.
And I think that's where the whole idea of celebrating those wins comes in, right? Like really acknowledging those moments, no matter how small, instead of brushing them off.
Absolutely. Celebrating those small wins creates this positive feedback. It reinforces the behavior, making us more likely to repeat it. And it helps us build a stronger sense of self-confidence. It basically means believing in your own ability to succeed.
Oh,
And that's crucial when it comes to fitness, or any goal for that.
yeah.
When you believe you can do it, you're far more likely to put in the effort and persevere through the challenge.
So instead of getting discouraged when I don't see those massive changes right away, I should focus on celebrating those small milestones.
Precisely remember, you're not competing with anyone else but yourself.
All right.
Your journey is unique, and your progress should be measured against your own starting point.
I love that. It's like taking all the pressure off and just focusing on becoming the best version of myself.
Exactly. And that brings us to another point Iron Mindset made that really resonated with me. The idea of the gym as a sanctuary.
Yeah, they painted such a vivid picture of it as the space where you can escape the stress of the outside world and just focus on yourself.
And I think that's so important, especially in today's fast-paced, always-on world.
Right.
We're constantly bombarded with information and demands.
Yeah.
And it's easy to lose sight of our own needs.
So it's not just about going to the gym to lift weights or run on a treadmill. It's about creating this mental and emotional space where you can disconnect from everything else and just be present.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about giving yourself permission to prioritize your well-being both physically and mentally.
They even talked about literally leaving your worries at the door. You know, like picturing yourself shedding all that stress and baggage as you step into the gym.
And that's where the idea of creating a sanctuary comes in.
Okay.
Whether it's a physical space like a gym, or even just a mental space you create for yourself through mindfulness or meditation.
So even if I don't have a gym membership or access to fancy equipment,
Right.
I can still create that feeling of sanctuary wherever I am.
Absolutely. It's about finding what works for you. It could be going for a walk in nature, listening to calming music, or practicing yoga in your living room. The key is to create a space, either physically or mentally, where you can disconnect from the outside world and reconnect with yourself.
Okay, so the gym or any space we create for ourselves can become this refuge for both our bodies and minds.
Exactly. And building on that idea of inner strength, Iron Mindset, also talked about the incredible power of the mind.
Right. Remember that 40% statistic I kept mentioning? The one about how we're only tapping into a fraction of our potential.
Yes. And what's fascinating is that there's actually a lot of scientific research to support this idea.
Really?
Yes, our minds are incredibly powerful, but we often set limits on ourselves that our bodies are capable of exceeding. Have you ever heard of the placebo effect?
Oh yeah, like when people feel better just because they believe they're taking a medication, even if it's just a sugar pill.
Exactly. It's a perfect example of the mind's influence over the body. And the same principle applies to fitness.
Okay.
When we believe we can achieve something, when we have that unshakable confidence, we're far more likely to push through those mental barriers and achieve incredible things.
Okay, that's pretty mind-blowing. But how do we actually tap into that other 60% of our potential?
Well, it starts with shifting our mindset.
Okay.
Instead of focusing on our limitations, we need to start focusing on our possibilities. Instead of saying, I can't, we need to start asking, how can I?
So it's about challenging those negative self-talk patterns and replacing them with more empowering beliefs.
Precisely. And that's where techniques like visualization and positive affirmations can be really helpful.
So if I imagine myself successfully completing a tough workout or achieving a specific fitness goal, I'm actually priming my brain for success.
Exactly. You're creating new neural pathways, new patterns of thought that make it more likely that you'll actually achieve what you visualize.
So it's like our minds are this incredible tool that we can use to shape our reality.
Exactly. And that's what Iron Mindset is all about. Understanding the power of the mind and harnessing it to achieve our goals. It's about believing in ourselves, embracing the challenges, and celebrating the journey.
Wow, this deep dive into Iron Mindset has been eye-opening.
It really has.
It's amazing how much our thoughts and beliefs can impact our fitness journey.
Yeah, we've explored so much the power of showing up consistently, the importance of embracing challenges, the need to celebrate progress over perfection, and the transformative potential of creating a sanctuary for ourselves.
And we can't forget that mind-blowing 40% statistic.
Right.
It's a great reminder that we all have so much untapped potential just waiting to be unlocked.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that our minds are incredibly powerful tools that we can use to shape our reality.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key message you think our listeners should take away from all of this?
I think it's this. Fitness is about so much more than just physical transformation.
Okay.
It's about building a stronger, more resilient being, both mentally and physically. It's about cultivating that iron mindset that allows you to face any challenge with confidence.
Well said, and I think what makes Iron Mindset so powerful is that it's not just about fitness. These principles can be applied to any area.
Absolutely. Whether you're facing a tough workout, a challenging project at work, or a personal obstacle, that same grit and determination can help you overcome it.
So here's a challenge for our listener.
Okay?
We've talked a lot about applying these principles to fitness, but what's one small step you can take today to apply this Iron Mindset to something outside of the gym?
It could be anything: tackling a task you've been putting off, having a difficult conversation, or simply choosing a healthier habit.
Yeah.
Remember, even small steps taken consistently can lead to incredible transformation.
That's a great challenge to leave our listeners with. And remember, you don't have to do it alone.
Right?
Find a workout buddy, a mentor, or a support group to help you stay accountable and motivated.
That's a great point. Surrounding yourself with positive and supportive people can make all the difference.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Iron Mindset.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope you gained some valuable insights and feel inspired to cultivate your own mental strength.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep pushing those limits and embracing your own inner